Here with the Whiskey Advent Calendar. Doing numbers 11 through 15. I have to try to remember which comes first, the nose or the hug. I want to guess the nose.
Nose.
Probably the nose.
You're listening to Those Dram Yinzers with your hosts, John and Zack.
Hey everyone, I'm John.
And I'm not Zack, but I'm here, and my name is Matt. Hello.
And welcome to a special edition of Those Dram Yinzers, where we drink days 11 through 15 of the Pittsburgh Whiskey Friends Whiskey Advent Calendar. And as Zack likes to put, guess about it. For everything Those Dram Yinzer needs, be sure to visit thosedramyinzers.com. You can find our social media links, Patreon page, order form for your hats. You can find our email on there if you're interested in sponsoring a show or an episode. You can send us an email or DM. And also on there is Zack's favorite website, which is dramit.threadless.com, where you can find all Those Dram Yinzers merchandise. So as you heard with the intro, no, Zack is not here tonight. Schedules couldn't align to keep, to stay on track. So my brother Matt has stepped in for the first time, actually. I think you haven't been on it yet, huh?
No, I haven't.
No, so my brother Matt's here. We're going to try days 11 through 15.
The long-awaited arrival. Am I the first brother on the pod?
No.
Oh, man.
No, T was on.
Dang, okay.
Because T's our production assistant.
All right. But now we're tied. If we've each been on once, then we're tied.
Yeah, officially he was on a little bit at the whiskey.
Okay. All right, fine.
But he's been to a couple different live. Usually when we're live, he's there. So.
Okay. We're beating Chris though.
Yeah, Chris ain't gonna come on.
That's what's important. All right.
He might come on when Dad comes on for the peanut butter one, but that's about it. So let's go ahead and open up number 11. And then after I open this one up, I'm gonna go ahead and read through. Actually, I'm going to back up, and I'm actually going to read day 10, because we didn't read it on the show last time, but I still, but it plays into the story, because this is an actual story being built up in here, possibly turn into a franchisable movie series.
Well, we all hope.
Yeah, right?
The whiskey verse.
The whiskey verse.
The cinematic whiskey verse.
So let me read number 10, and then we'll get into 11. So number 10 was the Grinch one. It had Scott's face over the Grinch. We couldn't read what was on the bottle because I didn't have this Instagram post, right? So what we couldn't read actually said Colonel Taylor's How the Bottled and Bond Act of 1897 Saved Bourbon. So that's what...
Okay.
From high atop Mount Crumpet, it could be heard. It aged without tobacco. It aged without nails. It aged without turpentine or prune juice in pails. Maybe bourbon, he thought, doesn't come from items in the general store. Maybe aged bourbon, perhaps, means a little bit more. Your face. And the Grinch realized the unhappiness he caused and declared to give up the wet bandit's facade.
I'm just thinking about the idea of whiskey poetry just right now.
Yeah, right? It's pretty fantastic. All right, so day 11, Scott Saves Christmas, and it's Ernest Saves Christmas.
Okay.
Spoof. The Grinch provided Scott with his sled, and with Max pulling it, off they went to return all the whiskey before Christmas. Can they do it? Can they save Christmas? Right.
Can they? Are they gonna?
I don't know. Okay.
I was sniffing my glass, but John hadn't started yet, so now.
No, you can. No, go ahead. You don't have to wait
you're
for
the
me.
master.
Oh wow.
I kind of enjoy that.
It's very alcohol forward, but I get some sweet, crisp fruit notes.
Just saying it smells like alcohol is a fine thing to say. Is this a smart thing to say?
Yeah, you say what you want.
I also get fruity. Do you get nutty, or am I stretching?
I mean, you can get whatever you want. Okay.
I'm
not going to tell you you're wrong.
I'm going to write down nutty just in case I am right. Okay. And you guys will be like, wow, Matt, what a nose.
Okay. All right. So that sweet crisp starts at the front. I almost get a weird, cinnamon aspect in the middle.
Cinnamon as, subtle spice?
Yeah.
As opposed to this... These things usually get spicier?
No, like a typical, a baking, cinnamon. Not like cinnamon candies. No, not like that kind of heat kind of thing.
Okay.
A little dry in the finish. Decent hug.
Finish. Yeah, I'm getting a little warm hug.
Mm-hmm.
A little warm Christmas hug. My guess right now, and well, this is probably going to be true of a lot of these, but this is probably not something I would usually drink.
Okay.
So with that in mind, I'm going to guess it's one of these like barrel select reserve type thingies.
You think like a single barrel?
Yeah.
Yeah, got you.
What do you think?
I don't know. I'm still contemplating the different notes.
Does taste like taste like whiskey.
There's a nice like smooth vanilla that kind of goes throughout the entire process.
Okay.
Yeah, decent hug.
Mm-hmm.
I don't hate it.
All right, now I just gotta finish it.
Do it. What? So I know you haven't done like a lot of like, oh, this is blah blah. But if you had to take a guess at proof,
oh boy, yeah.
What do you think that would be?
See, this is what I know I'm gonna be bad at.
I'm bad at it too
because I don't think I drink very heavy whiskey.
Mm-hmm.
So when I drink a whiskey, it's like something.
You're also more like a cocktail fan too.
I'm more like a mixer type of guy.
Mm-hmm.
Let me put it to you this way: Price is Right rules. Like, do you think this is over or under 100 proof?
I think it's over.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
He thinks it's over. Now I have to go like 99 or 1. I think it's 1 proof. Is 101 proof? Is that
sure?
Yeah. Okay. Mm-hmm. Where I'm putting it on the notes, so it's on the record.
I'm gonna say this is a bourbon. So what do you think? Bourbon, rye, single malt, Scotch, Irish, like.
I also want to say bourbon. Now it's going to seem like I'm leaning on you, but I was like, it's not a rye because I've had ryes with you before, and those are spicy boys. Mm-hmm. It's not a single malt because those are a little bit stronger, tighter. Are these good words? And then what was the other option you said? Scotch.
I mean, you can go Scotch, Irish.
I don't think it's a Scotch.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think it could be a Scotch?
Okay. No, this is not a Scotch. No.
I think it's a bourbon-y bourbon.
Okie dokie.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, that's fine. What would you rate this? Haas, downtown, or throw it at?
When I first tasted it, I was like, this is, you know what? This is a bourbon I could get into. Mm-hmm. But I would want to be sure because I'm frugal. So I would say downtown.
You'd say what?
Downtown. Downtown.
Downtown. I'm going to go Haas. Actually, this tastes kind of similar to me. Like, I feel like I've had this.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, that's a factor for you.
The cinnamon aspect made me think I had it, which makes me think the first one I think of when I think of cinnamon is Johnny Drum.
I was going to say a Fireball, but okay.
No, Johnny Drum. It's probably not what this is, but that made me think of that, which makes me think I might have had this before because cinnamon notes usually stick out for me.
You got to get your guesses in. I mean,
we don't normally guess.
Yeah.
Like type, right? Because like what it actually is, because we're never right on that.
No way.
But,
is Johnny Drum one that's like it's like what's the word? Is Johnny Drum like, hey, this one is a cinnamon whiskey or whatever? Or no, it just happens to.
No, it just has a very like cinnamon like baking spice
okay
aspect to it.
Well, cool. I think that was a good, for me anyway, I think that was a good base one.
That was a good one to start.
Yeah. Because now I just know something's going to be peaty and I'm going to freak out.
Let's go to 12.
12. I just realized if I don't vamp over you opening them, then this is just an unboxing podcast.
I cut all that out anyway. Okay. You're fine. 12. Discover the miracle. Mm-hmm. A 12 Booker's Miracle. So, Miracle on 24th Street. 34th Street is the spoof.
Okay.
The Grinch was very, very thorough in his big scheme, except in one regard, that Booker's rye. Not sure why or how, but something drew him to that bottle. It glowed in its shine with the light of happiness and joy from all the times Umberto shared it with Bobby. Now that the Grinch understood the sadness he caused, he knew he must right this wrong himself. And so he crept and creeped.
You got it.
A bottle of Booker's rye he seeked.
Okay.
He had ones he stole, those to return, but this he must make whole. honestly, with his too big heart and newfound soul. This is why I teach math. But that looks like Aaron's face on the little girl.
Mm-hmm.
You ready for an unpopular opinion?
From you?
Yeah.
Sure.
I don't like this movie.
It's your podcast.
I don't like this movie. I don't. I like there's an old one, like a older like black and white one that I really enjoy, but like this particular one with like the girl from Matilda, I'm like, meh.
This is the remake of Miracle on 34th Street.
Mm-hmm.
See, okay, so I was imagining I was thinking of the black and white one, which I have a friend of mine who has an argument that I don't remember the argument, but it was just like Miracle on 34th Street, actually, secretly, the best Thanksgiving movie. And I can't tell if he was joking or not.
Well, it starts on Thanksgiving because it's the Macy's Day Parade.
There you go.
Because her mom works for. Well, it's not whatever the yeah.
It's the best of the those rare movies that take place in between Thanksgiving and Christmas, the limbo movies.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Is this also the first thing you read? The Booker the whole thing about Bookers?
What about it?
Wouldn't it be wild if this one was just a Bookers?
That would be funny.
That would be pretty good. Okay.
No, the Booker's Rye thing has been popping up.
Maybe I'll have to go read all these when they're revealed or whatever. I have to go back and read all the story bits.
Well,
is this about the Grinch going on a bender?
No, it's like a whole big. I mean, it's been this whole thing from the beginning, and none of the story bits that they talk about have. Well,
they're not directly tied.
Right.
Yeah, sure.
It's just like they just built this story and just stuck it, kind of thing. Like, yeah.
Okay. Nose goes. I think I'm getting vanilla already.
There's like a spice, like a note that I'm picking up, like like baking spices, right?
Sure.
Spice, dark cherry.
Dark cherry. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta do a deeper sniff. You ever see that? I feel like. Go ahead.
So not this, like the taste,
mm-hmm.
like the smell of like a toasted marshmallow, like a perfectly toasted marshmallow.
Okay.
Like, okay.
I think
Thanksgiving,
you've used this phrase before.
So like for Thanksgiving, right? How None does the sweet potatoes with all the marshmallows on top. And
of course. I hope they do that in every listener's household.
Yes. That burnt, how it gets like nice and crispy and brown. Like, that smell is what I'm getting out of here.
Like caramelized.
Almost, yeah.
Yeah. I was going to say, I'll get to the nose in a second, but I was going to say, I feel like you ever see that picture of famous character actor Gerard Depardieu where he's got his nose stuffed into a wine glass?
Probably.
Well, you can Google it. And it'll be pretty funny, but that's what I feel like right now, trying to sniff this. I did write down airy.
Okay.
Because it just feels a little bit light. Maybe that means it's a lower proof. I'm learning things.
Maybe.
Tonight,
yeah.
maybe?
Mm-hmm.
No. Or I'm putting a flag in the ground. This is my research. We'll see. Yeah, I said vanilla. All right, John is tasting and he's making faces, so I should probably taste too.
Ton of sweet notes with that. I mean, that burnt marshmallow is there. That apple, the vanilla, like it's just a sweet like bomb, like a candy bomb almost.
It's sweeter than the last one.
Oh yeah.
I'll try not to compare too much, but
it does kind of die out on the finish. Mm-hmm. Normal hug, nothing crazy, not like
Yeah.
I was not expecting that.
What? How sweet it was?
Yeah.
I'm with you on the marshmallow. Maybe a little bit apple, which is, sweetness. But not, as you might say, apple forward.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely other stuff.
That burnt marshmallow note just really sticks out there.
Does it stick out enough to, maybe I'm jumping ahead, does it stick out enough to remind you of a whiskey?
No, I've never gotten burnt marshmallow like that before. Proof?
I want to say I'm sticking to my guns. Under 100, 90-ish. How's 90-ish sound?
Yeah, I was probably going to go like 95.
95 on the dot. He's so specific.
I think this is a bourbon as well. With it being so sweet, right? That just is what
kind of tells you.
Yeah.
There's a spicy boy in this batch somewhere.
Oh, most definitely.
Yeah.
But what do you think?
I also think bourbon. Now, I mean, just because I'm looking at your wall and now I'm like, oh, there are a ton of different whiskeys. The chances that this is bourbon, but it's like finished in something that gives it that particular.
Usually
you can.
I mean, maybe it is. That's a possibility. I'm not getting any like different notes, right?
I see.
like outside of the normal kind of notes.
Yeah.
Like the burnt, like toasted marshmallow doesn't lead me towards finished, but I've been wrong before, so.
I think that's sweet enough. I could mix it.
Mm-hmm.
I think this would be a house. Haas?
Haas.
I'm out of practice.
You are. Even though you've been living in Pittsburgh for how long now?
I've been living in Pittsburgh for 5-ish years.
If you
Maybe
count
more than
school.
that. If I can, well, I count school.
Yeah.
House for me.
Haas. Yeah, I agree. It's a Haas.
It's a home for me. I don't have a house. This is an apartment pick for me. This is a Matt's apartment pick. That one pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that one was pretty good.
All right. I am pumped to read this next one. I'm going to open it first.
I'm going to have to guess this is from like one of your favorite.
No,
Christmas
we're
movies.
featured on this one.
Wow, what? What?
Zach and I are featured on this one.
Oh gosh.
Have you ever heard of the movie The Man Who Invented Christmas?
Nope.
So it's about like Charles Dickens and like writing Christmas Carol.
Okay.
I've never seen it. Aaron was telling me about this before.
Charles Dickens, people don't know, Charles Dickens invented Jesus Christ. For which we have Christmas.
When all the whiskeys was missing, those Dreamyinzers found themselves without a podcast. They tried those Dreamyinzers, where they had dreams and talked about them, but all their dreams were of whiskey. Those Dig-Yinzers, but all that digging was hard work, and they were too tired to talk about it. Those Daring Yinzers started out fun, but the dares just keep getting more complex and dangerous. Those Drum Yinzers, noise complaints. Those Draw Yinzers, too much like Zack's day job. Those Dank Yinzers gained 20 pounds without a single episode being recorded. All these other things, they just weren't those Dram Yinzers. But it's me as like Charles Dickens, Zack as Scrooge.
I've two thoughts already. One, those Dank Yinzers would absolutely play. If you wanted to spin this off into an empire. Oh, that's nice. And then also those Darianzers, that's what Patreon's for, baby. Okay. I knew something was on the horizon. Let's see. Now wait. Is that spicy or peaty? Just because I have
peaty.
It's peaty. All right, there we go.
Yeah, it's peaty. I'm not, we're not talking, Ardbeg, like heavy black marker peat. It's a lighter, almost like a sweeter peat, if that makes sense. Which I enjoy that. I mean, I like peat in general.
Yeah.
So.
Now that I know it's peaty, I'd like to say it smells like a mid-tier peaty.
Okay.
a medium
Okay.
peat. Medium peat, but what else do you smell in there?
That's pretty much it.
That's pretty much it? Let's see.
Probably get some dark dried fruits. Dark cherries, dark, cranberries.
You smell that?
Which probably plays into that little bit, like, sweeterness.
Cranberries, festive.
Mm-hmm.
Now here's a question. Are all of these American?
No.
Okay.
Everything's fair game.
So does this smell of the Scottish Islands?
Oh, most definitely.
Okay, there we go.
I mean, we could go the whole, like this could be like a Japanese whiskey, because Japanese whiskeys typically are aged in use Scotch barrels. So,
oh, why is that?
That's what they do.
That's what they do. Okay.
Sometimes, not all the time, but it's been known to be done. Whoa.
Okay, we tasting. What
nice.
are you thinking?
Well, I obviously got the peat, right? Again, same with the nose. Sweeter, more mild peat, kind of drifted right through the whole process. There's a crazy weird punch right in the middle, and I'm gonna try some more to pick
I just felt that. Yep.
Yeah.
The peat. I said medium peat, but it's sticking with me. It's clinging to me.
Well, I can open a bottle of some the more Islay scotches that I have, and you can smell a really heavy,
Oh sure,
to
and then
understand the difference.
And then I can sleep here for the night after I smell a real messy scotch. Did you say fruity before? Are you getting fruity?
Yeah, up front in the middle, like a fruit, like a crisp.
I'm gonna say, taste of peat and taste of apple once again. But I said apple, but you said dark dried fruits. So
on the nose, yeah.
Okay. Oh, yeah. And
So all the other notes kind of die off pretty quickly.
Mhm.
The peat kind of lingers a bit. Enough until the hug gets there.
Mhm.
And then that's kind of it.
Yeah. It's not giving me that whole body warm feeling, like hug feeling,
Mm-mm.
but it is on the initial taste. I'm like, oh, that's okay. And then it comes back around and kind of like slaps me with the peat.
These hugs haven't been like outrageous, so.
No, I was going to say that, but I don't know anything.
But I think I want to go down. I'm going to drop down to 90 proof on this one.
Okay.
What do you think?
I'm really thinking. Let me taste it again. Now, the peat is probably deceptive because I want to say higher than 100.
You think it's over 100?
Yeah.
Okay.
But maybe that's just the peat getting the best of me.
Sure.
I did also write down here roundabout hug for that kind of like sucker punch of a hug.
So what type do you think this is?
I mean, it could easily be something that's finished in something peaty, but I want to say a peaty scotch.
Yeah. That's a good point. I didn't think of that. The fact that it might be finished in scotch,
but a little bit lighter, a little bit.
But I don't know. I mean, I've had a couple of those, and I feel like this altogether, like not with everything put together like that, like all the notes we've been picking. I don't think this is a finished in a scotch cask kind of thing. This was good. I do love the good scotch. There wasn't a lot of extra crazy flavors out there, right? And I'm a little bit more selective with the scotch just because I have so many of everything else.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be kind of a even though this is our featured one.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say downtown on this one.
Mm-hmm.
Just because I didn't get any like crazy like not that it's bad, like I think it's good.
Yeah. He could have also picked this one to mess with you.
Oh, probably.
Oh, probably. But you're gonna be a little stinker and put downtown.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I also put downtown, but I don't drink as much whiskey as you. Downtown, if somebody was like, "Hey, do you want to try this?" I'd be like, "Yeah." Are you paying? I'm paying? Well, that's okay. That's how I talk in real life. This is my podcast voice. My real life voice sounded like
Mickey Mouse.
Yeah, from a minute ago.
All right, number 14. Another admin, Matt Daughtery, or moderator Matt Daughtery, is the featured person in this one, and it's a spoof on Elf.
There we go.
It's called Shelfie.
There we go.
And he's holding a bottle of one of the wild turkeys. The best bottles don't have to be highly allocated, hunted, traded, or overhyped. Sometimes the best things are the things you can readily get. Things that spark memories of times past. As the Wet Bandit damage was corrected, bottles started reappearing. Now, Matt could have selected anything as his first pour, but there was something familiar, something friendly, something that just felt right about selecting as Shelfie.
How do you know I was going to be on this episode?
Yeah, right?
Just kidding. It's some other Matt who's famous among Pittsburgh whiskey people. I sniffed it, to be clear. I can't say vanilla for everyone.
You can.
I could. Theoretically. I could also say pea diaper.
You could. You most definitely could.
I don't have as much experience as you and Zack do with pea diapers.
I'm getting a little bit more wood, like oak. It's not, like, the nose isn't crazy for me, I think because we just had a scotch, or what we think is a scotch.
Sure.
So that nose usually sticks out.
I'm with you.
Just getting a little oak.
I'm with you on woody, though.
And the woody thing, yeah.
Earthy?
Mm-hmm.
Earthy, I suppose, is usually safe
I guess I could
wines.
probably get you, I don't even know where it is, honestly, actually.
What you got?
We have a flavor wheel.
Oh, yeah, I've seen the flavor wheel.
But I don't know where I put it.
That's fine. Oh, he's making faces, folks.
All right. So,
all right.
Spice at the, right up the front.
Mm-hmm.
Now that I go back and sniff it, I can smell that.
Ooh, spicy.
Mm-hmm. Like cinnamon on the front,
mm-hmm.
which leads into kind of like a pepper spice.
Pepper spice, sure.
Which kind of sticks. The spice leads right into the hug for me. That first sip, I got a little bit more stronger of a hug than I did this time. Which is probably going to play into my proof guess here in a bit. But
okay. I'll tell you, though, that's actually still sticking with me. Woody and spicy, pretty good for me. It's like what I'm looking for. Does this one also have the best hug of these 5 so far? Of these 4?
I think this has the most prevalent hug.
Prevalent. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, yeah. Best is maybe loaded.
I'm going to jump up. I'm going to go to 110.
110.
Mm-hmm.
He's jumping up, folks. Whew, but
Yeah.
You're saying 110. Man, 105.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, at some point, it all mixes together.
So my because of that spice forward
Yeah.
whole aspect to it, I want to say rye, but I always feel like I say rye with spice. So I'm going to second guess myself and say that this is still a bourbon.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's got a lower corn
Okay.
like percentage, right?
And that makes it spicier?
Because like either the wheat, which I don't think this is a wheater. I think it's got a higher rye content. Let's just go that way.
Okay.
I'll back up. But I also think it's higher proof.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's kind of like those two pieces together. Bourbon, but a high rye.
Mm-hmm.
Which, I mean, we already talked proof, but I think it's a little higher proof.
Now, you can do that because you're the expert. I will be your amateur sacrificial lamb and say, I think this is a rye.
Okay.
Thank you very much. But we will see.
And you will see or hear next episode.
Oh, yeah. We'll hear. My bad. I forgot it's audio.
Rating.
Whoops. Rating might be a Haas for me. Haas. House. Do I mess it up every time? Every time. Haas.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, got it. But like I told you, like woody, spicy,
Mm-hmm.
pretty good hug.
Mm-hmm.
It's good enough for me.
I'm going to go downtown.
All right. Oh, on to the last one. The last one already.
Okay, this is not my favorite one.
All right, go ahead.
Based on this. Because it is the best Christmas movie out there. Fight Me. Muppets Christmas Carol.
Okay, I was going to guess Jingle All the Way.
Oh, God, no.
But okay.
So this is Muppet Christmas Carol. The Muppet Christmas Share. That's fantastic. This is number 15.
Mm-hmm.
In a continued effort to recover from the Wet Bandits heist, Humberto decided to pay a visit to the Leaf and Bean, which is where we typically have shares, especially in the summer.
Oh, heck yeah. Hang out with Island Jim?
Mm-hmm.
Who wouldn't?
Yeah.
All right.
He needed to clear his head and de-stress in some place friendly and familiar. And from a cloud of smoke in the rear, he heard the following. All that is gold does not glitter. Not all those who wander are lost. The old that is strong does not wither.
Okay.
Deep roots are not reached by the frost. From the ashes a fire shall be woken. A light from the shadows shall spring. He's like in quotes. I'm assuming this is from like Christmas Carol.
Well, it may or may not be from Lord of the Rings.
Oh, really?
I know that not all those who wander are lost.
Right. I thought that
may or may not be Tolkien.
A light from the shadows shall spring.
Tolkien loves shadows.
Shall be blade that was broken.
Well, that is definitely
the crownless again shall be king. This is okay.
Lord of the Rings.
Yes, this is Lord of the Rings. Okay, never mind.
This is why you have me on.
From the verse so eloquently delivered by Dan, Umberto knew right then and there that somehow, someday, soon, his whiskey collection would be whole once again.
The bottle that was broken.
The bottle that was busted. That's great. I don't even care what's in here. This is my favorite.
Man, I used to, when I listened to the prior episodes and, you know, the other holiday episodes, I was like, how are they getting all tipsy or whatever on like samples? And I'm already feeling, I'm like 4.
Well, that first one, Zack had drinks before he got here.
Oh, well.
So.
Don't help.
And the second one, we were just sleep deprived.
Yeah. Yeah. Did you feel that too?
Mm-hmm.
That is
like
heavy.
A cleaner, like a cleaning product,
like a Lysol, like a yeah.
Ooh, yeah.
It really it digs into my nostrils with like little tiny meat hooks. Like whoa.
Oh yeah, that really sticks out there.
I'm putting nasal meat hooks on my little list here, and yet, like, it smells like Lysol, but I still want to drink.
I don't hate it.
I want to drink it.
Like, it smells like the inside of like Dad's painting van, whether it's the one he has currently or the one he used to have. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Where it's like the mix of like
turpentine,
paint, cleaners,
paint cleaners. Yeah.
Yeah,
paint,
that's what this
paint
smells.
thinners.
Looks like it smells like I just opened like the back doors of the van.
Yeah. If it tastes bad, then you might as well write this off as good enough to clean paint off a house. But off a house. Sorry, excuse me. Ooh,
what was that? What the hell was that?
He just jumped.
This is not American.
No.
No.
Okay. Wow.
That or it's a crazy single malt.
Really?
Yeah.
What makes you say single malt?
Because those ones taste funky.
Because they taste funky.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know anything.
Mm-hmm. Well, single malt. It's one, like, malted grain.
Yeah. I do like it, but it's very weird. That
I'm going to have to take a second. Cause
I have to taste it again because it's layered and weird. This isn't great analysis. Layered and weird. It's got a complex feel on the tongue. What do you think?
I don't know. It's just this strange, like, dry note in the middle.
Oh, my God. I just sniffed again.
That I just cannot pinpoint.
What does it taste
Almost
like?
like
What does it taste like?
I mean, this may be a scotch. This may be
He's so distraught.
It's like a salt, like, brininess.
Yeah.
Oh, God. What in the heck?
Oh, briny. Yeah, briny's right.
Like
sea whipped.
Mm-hmm.
Saltwater whipped.
Which, as we said, the other one is that the Speyside whiskey.
Man.
Wow.
I'm also writing down briny. You think briny also gives you a hint that it's not American?
Nothing about this tastes American to me,
Okay.
so...
Oh, man, if it's American, you're going to be so embarrassed.
I said it's either not American or it's like an American single malt.
Yeah.
Because those ones always have funky flavors to it.
Sure.
Or at least the ones that I've had have had funky flavors to it.
Maybe I've just never had anything briny before. That is wholly unrecognizable to me. Like, I get you, but I also have no idea what I'm drinking. And yet, I might want to keep this home.
80 proof.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
I got nothing.
You got nothing?
No.
He's sturdier than I am, folks. Screw you. I'll go 90.
Well, there is a little bit it kind of kicks back, but that also might be my heartburn.
That might be your heartburn, because I didn't really get that.
I hate
I'm
not
warm,
pick between
warm in the
two.
face. Go ahead.
But I'm sticking. This is. See, but I don't get any peat.
No.
Which why I don't think it's a Scotch.
No.
I really don't think it's a Scotch. But I don't think it's an. I'm just gonna say single malt. I'm not gonna specify region.
Mm-hmm.
Whether it's Irish, American. I'm just gonna say single malt. Let's go with that random.
I'm thinking. Oh man. And I sniffed it again, and I don't know what I was thinking because it smells like Lysol or whatever. Like, oh boy. I think, again, not to lean on you, but you're probably right about single malt because it does not taste scotchy. It does not taste like spicy rye, and that is like it's unrecognizable bourbon. Probably single malt, or it's one of these weird things where it's like, is there anything where it's like finished in barrels that we did use for a single malt before?
Maybe.
Yeah. I just keep throwing out that option because it's the slightly educated option.
This is a downtown.
This is downtown?
Which makes me sad because I love the label on this one because it's my favorite movie. But I'm going to go downtown. It's just weird. It's not weird enough that I'm like, yes, let me keep this. It's weird where I'm like, I need to know what this is. You know?
I think you hardly ever do throw it ats. I don't think that it is briny and it makes it's briny and makes me warm in the face. I'm doing it. This one's a throw it at.
Throw it out. There you go.
I apologize. Now it's probably going to be, when you reveal it, it's going to be
like this best thing ever.
50-year aged.
Yeah.
Lagavulin and Macallan blend of family. Our grandfathers bled into this. And I'm going to be like, man, I'm sorry, guys, but it's bad.
Oh, goodness. All right. Well, check back in a day or two for the reveal of these ones. We're going to take a break here and then record the reveal. So we're going to see whether we were right or wrong.
Oh, boy.
So, again, I'm not going to do the big old outro because we are not done with this yet. So for right now, I will say, see you later.
Bye. Can I say bye?
Mm-hmm.
Bye.